Peace, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. But Brownsville coming at you with a bit of encouragement and a bit of wisdom. If you opt out of the system, and what does opt out entail or opt out mean? Black folks, African Americans, colored people, according to the Constitution, can never, ever be U.S. citizens. But yet, you didn't get the memo, and you are still simulating, acclimating, you're still joining along willy-nilly. And you get what everybody else is going to get. The United States is a corporation. I'll be glad to send or leave some links at the bottom to point you in the right direction of what I'm talking about, or leave a comment. Ask me to be more clear on what I mean by the U.S. as a corporation. But you are, when you claim to be a U.S. citizen, you are a member of that club. I don't know if you remember Blockbuster Video. When you were a Blockbuster Video member, you can go and you can order or reserve movies. You can rent movies. You're a part of a club. The same thing with U.S. citizenship. You're part of a club. Membership has its privileges, but also it has its obligations. And a part of the obligations is you have to pay tickets. You have to show up in their courts. You have to do all the things that all U.S. citizens do. But when you opt out of the system, you don't have to do those things. You don't have to be a part of their club. If you get pulled over, you still have to play the game, meaning they don't know. The low men on the totem pole, the officers, the policy enforcers don't know if you are in or out of the system until you are challenged. What I've done was I put in injunction paperwork, aka do not detain paperwork, and what that is basically is a notice of intent to sue. If you further infringe on my rights, then I have to collect monetarily from you. And when I say if they further infringe, I've been stopped in the past. I've been, bothered in the past by law enforcement. And at the time, I happened to have been considering myself a U.S. citizen, but I subsequently have left that plantation. Now, from the time my paperwork went in to now, I haven't been stopped, I haven't been bothered, I haven't had any issues. If and when I do have an issue, what I do is I now follow up with those individuals that I wrote those letters to, those notices to, and I say, okay, my rights have been infringed again, and now I'm going to sue. And then you have to open up a lawsuit, and you have to go after them. The key is they're going to settle. They don't want to fight you because you already put in due notice. They have to take due care. Look these things up. You gave them due notice. Now they have to take due care. In the notice, you tell them that you tell your policy enforcers when they see my name come up in your system to leave me alone. Unless I injure somebody, kill somebody, or defraud somebody, there's nothing that we need to talk about. So if I'm traveling down the road and you claim I went through a stop sign, or you claim I was doing X amount of points over the speed limit, once you run my name in that system, it's going to say, okay, leave him alone, let him go. I shouldn't be getting the ticket. Well, from what I understand, they're still going to give you a ticket, but it's not going to be a valid ticket, meaning there's going to be something wrong with that ticket. They have to do their part. They have to do their job. And to call in a stop and let you go means they may not have been doing their job, or they're following what's on the screen. The screen may say give them a bogus ticket. I don't know what is on their screens, but irregardless. So if you do get pulled over, don't be hostile and irate. No, play the game. In another video, I'll tell you not gonna tell you what to say, but I would show you what I would say. I have yet to be pulled over so I can actually make a video on the subject. I can't wait. But there are things that you should say. The way you're supposed to carry yourself. Because U.S. citizens, license registration, here you go, officer. Private individuals, let them know what's going on. And you exercise your rights. So, anyway, once you put them on notice and they are supposed to take due care, they're supposed to notify their officers or their policy enforcers to leave you alone and do not bother you, do not harass you, unless you fall under those 3 categories that I mentioned earlier. So, I travel with a lot of confidence out here in these streets. Why? Because I know who the hell I am, and I know what my rights are. And I'm very willing and able to exercise those rights. You need to be in the same mode, the same state of mind. Slavery, for me, is over. I'm not oppressed. I am living, I'm thriving, I'm doing my thing in this matrix. So you can opt out. You can't leave it. I mean, you don't have your own army. You don't have your own power supply. You don't have your own water supply. So you still have to do what you have to do within the matrix. But there's a certain way that you can carry yourself. All right? So stay out of their courts. Don't pay their stupid tickets. I'm not going to call it ticket stupid. Don't pay their tickets. Stay out of their courts. And know how to interact with them when the time permits or when the opportunity presents itself. So private people navigate differently, and you need to learn how private people navigate. All right? So you are not a U.S. citizen. You should be a state citizen. You should be a U.S. national. The soil in which you were born, you are native to, and that was where your nationality is derived from. The United States is a corporation with its jurisdiction in Washington, D.C. Here where I am at this precise moment in Linden, New Jersey, is not the United States. I'm on the state of New Jersey. Got it? Get it? Good. So, peace out. It's been nice. I have an interruption right now. I have to deal with my offspring. And I'll be back with you with another one in a minute. Peace.